We are tracking the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms here on this First Alert Severe Weather Day. We will track those chances hour by hour coming up for you.
Immediately when I woke up and my dad told me, I just immediately thought of my mom and wanted to call her, hoping she would pick up, and she eventually did, and she was fine.
Some frightening moments this morning for several Central Kentucky students. Coming up, hear from some who spent the day trying to contact family after an earthquake hit Nepal. And 2 people are recovering after shots fired at a Lexington club.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening on this First Alert Severe Weather Day. I'm Kristen Kennedy. We are expecting to see strong to severe storms in our area tonight. That's why we go first to WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell, tracking a lot of rain and possibly some hail, Jim?
Yeah, that is all possible. We could be talking about strong winds thrown into the mix as well. What we've been watching over the past couple of hours is a zone just out to our west. Watching it for some development, maybe a few thunderstorms to start popping. That is now happening in that particular area. It starts out small, and then the coverage will continue to increase with some hit and miss, strong to severe thunderstorms. So we're now watching for that potential to continue here over the next few hours. It's been a very, very wild day temperature-wise, by the way. Right now it's in the 70s and 80s out in western parts of Kentucky. Here in Lexington, we've been in the upper 50s for a while. That would also indicate that the zone where you're finding those 70s and 80s would be a little more susceptible to some thunderstorm development. That's going to be to our south. And you can see some of the storms firing up just to our west that are coming our way, even producing a few severe thunderstorm warnings along the way so far. Just issued within the past few minutes a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock for the areas highlighted here in yellow. So you go down 75 into Rockcastle County, Laurel County, Pulaski, back toward Adair County, and also back as far west as close to Bowling Green. So certainly a big chunk of the Commonwealth, again, because that's that primary zone. We're kind of cool, and we're kind of cool and rainy through most of the day today. So we have a little bit of what we call a cap overhead. So the storms are going to have a little more action down to our south. We will track them into our area with a high-resolution model coming up in just a few minutes.
Other areas of the country are already seeing severe weather. A flash flood Friday in South Texas swept a herd of cows away. In Lee County, it rained more than 2 feet in 2 hours. High waters caught the cows and washed them under a bridge. The herd's owner says all the animals survived and are in good condition. For the latest on the storms and all weather coverage, including a look at what the First Alert Defender is picking up in the skies, just go to WKYT.com. The search continues tonight for survivors after a powerful earthquake in Nepal. Right now, more than 1,100 people are confirmed dead. The 7.8 magnitude earthquake happened this morning just before noon. People living in the area dealt with the aftershocks for hours. The quake was so powerful it killed 34 people in India, 12 in Tibet, and 2 in Bangladesh. This morning has been a difficult one for some students in Central Kentucky. Several spent the day trying to contact family members who live in the areas the Nepal earthquake destroyed. WKYT's Hillary Thornton spoke to one student at UK and another at Berea College. She has our top story.
All day we have been watching those devastating images and numbers come in from Nepal, and it was a difficult morning for some students right here in Central Kentucky as they watched the place they call home destroyed, while also working to get a hold of their families who live where that earthquake hit.
I called back home. Nobody was picking up. The phone call didn't go through. So I checked online and I read about the earthquake. All of my childhood is centered around those places, and everything that I knew from back home, from my childhood, it's all in ruins. It's a horrible, horrible picture.
Sunaina Serchin, a freshman at Berea College, eventually got a hold of her father in Nepal, the place she called home her entire life.
My country, Nepal is really, really poor. In Catholic, we don't have enough resources to counter anything like this. I'm very, very afraid of how quickly we can recover, if at all.
It is a worry she shares with University of Kentucky student Arpan Dixit.
Immediately when I woke up and my dad told me, I just immediately thought of my mom and wanted to call her, hoping she would pick up, and she eventually did, and she she was fine.
Some relief knowing their immediate family is safe. However, heartache for a country they love, seeing homes and monuments reduced to rubble, and even more so for the growing number of lives lost.
But to think that all these people whose lives could be gone in just a couple of minutes because of this earthquake, that's more horrifying.
Both of those students say while their families are safe, they are now fearful of those aftershocks and are encouraged to stay outdoors in open areas. In the newsroom, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Students are worried about those aftershocks causing additional damage. Well, we are tracking an early morning shooting at a Lexington club. Police say 2 people were injured around 2:30 this morning at Camelot East off Richmond Road. They treated one of the gunshot victims who had minor injuries at the scene. The other, we're told, went to the hospital with serious injuries and is expected to be okay.
The case will be turned over to investigators who will compile all the notes that we have and all the interviews, probably do some follow-up interviews, compare the physical evidence, and certainly use their resources to try to determine the involved parties.
So far, police haven't arrested anyone. A wanted woman out of Wyoming, Franklin County deputies found yesterday, is back behind bars tonight. Franklin County deputies found Jessica McDonald hiding in a closet in a home on Powhatan Trail yesterday. Deputies got an anonymous tip from a caller who said McDonald was using the name of a family member to conceal her own identity. McDonald is wanted out of Wyoming for parole violation and theft charges. Kentucky State Police are releasing new information tonight about the teen killed in Casey County. Troopers now say 17-year-old Taylor Woods was hit head-on while driving his motorcycle on Kentucky 837. We're told Woods was not wearing a helmet. Woods was a junior firefighter out of Lincoln County. She never got to say goodbye. The sister of a man that a Lexington woman is convicted of killing recalls the moment when she learned her brother was dead. This week, a jury in northern Kentucky found 24-year-old Shayna Hubers guilty of murder. Hubers admitted she shot and killed Ryan Poston in his Highland Heights home in October 2012. Hubers claimed self-defense. Tom McKee talks with Poston's sister.
This isn't true. This can't be true. This is not my life. This is not true.
That's what Katie Carter remembers saying that October morning that she learned her brother Ryan Poston had been shot and killed.
When you never get to say bye to someone and you know that they were in so much pain, you can't help but feel like your heart is breaking. And not in the sense of my heart's breaking. Your heart actually feels like it's crumbling in your chest.
Carter called Ryan her big brother and protector who made the family complete, and without him, there will always be an empty chair at the table.
If I ever get married, and if I ever have children, he's not going to be there. The only thing that's left is that this was your Uncle Ryan in pictures and in memories, and that's all we have because he's not here anymore.
Defense attorney David Mejia asked for a 20-year sentence, saying Hubers at 24 can be reformed. Commonwealth attorney Michelle Snodgrass seized that empty chair theme, using it from Ryan's condo, and said it won't be filled again, and asked for life.
Friday, the jury recommended Hubers spend 40 years in jail. A judge will make the final decision. Tuesday, the Supreme Court will hear arguments about the same-sex marriage debate. Supporters are already lining up to voice their opinions on the issue. They're holding a rally and march from the mall to the Supreme Court. The federal appeals court in Cincinnati upheld marriage bans in Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, and Tennessee. In Franklin County, sheriff's deputies spent the morning auctioning cars and collecting hazardous materials. Deputies auctioned off cars seized from cases involving drug trafficking. They also sponsored a household hazardous waste collection this morning. People could drop off expired and unused medication at Frankfurt's recycling center. Well, the rain didn't keep volunteers in Lexington from partying for the planet. Families flooded into UK's Arboretum this morning for their 24th annual Arbor Day celebration. Organizers say it's important to remember what trees can do for the environment.
It's a day to kind of celebrate trees and what they mean for us. And they really do mean a lot, especially now, especially in places like Lexington, where we just have all of this urban development.
Organizers gave away almost 4,000 trees today. A group of volunteers in Lexington spent the day cleaning up their neighborhood. More than 200 people picked up Elm Tree Lane as part of a project called Own It. The goal was to help homeowners facing code enforcement violations who might not have been able to bring their homes up to the city's standards on their own.